Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take you through the week that was here at Morton Real Estate in our rental market. What I'm going to go through with you first is how inquiry has been tracking. So from the 25th of March, that's when the third phase of the social distancing came in, and when we saw the dramatic change in our inquiry. And you can see it here bubbling along, Easter through here, and then this is the week that we've just had. So a much better week in terms of our inquiry or average inquiries per property than what we've had previously. So that is very good and encouraging signs that we're getting back on the right track and the market's getting used to this new normal. What we're going to have a look at next is how many of those inquiries then translated through to people turning up to your properties. So from the 25th, again, that's where our marker is in terms of the new world. These are the Saturday peaks here. This is Easter. And then this was the last week that we've just had. Even though it was a short week, it was a good week. And certainly a peak here on the Saturday. So certainly heading in the right direction, which again gives us comfort that we are on the right track. Now, even though this is good news, it's certainly not the same sort of volumes that we would expect when we're doing open homes. Now, I don't know if we're going to be doing open homes anytime soon, but what we need to prepare for is how do we actually increase our volumes when we're not doing open homes. Logistically, this is actually a bit of a challenge because we can only have one person at a time going to a property. So it makes it very inefficient to do large volumes, as you would imagine. So we've really got to work with the tenants that we have on the ground that are turning up to those open homes as best we can to make sure they're going to have the ability to go and pay those rents for you. We'll also have a quick look at our markets as well and how they've been tracking. What we can see here, for want of a better phrase, is starting to flatten the curve. So we're certainly seeing those volumes starting to ease as they come into the market here in the city stuff. So Zetland, Waterloo, Pyrmont, Potts Point, Sydney and Surrey Hills, you can see that they've had certainly a very dramatic increase in their volumes over the last couple of weeks, but they are starting to ease a little bit, which is great. Now, the middle and outer rings, we're also seeing those ones starting to stay where they are and stay stable, which is fantastic. So St Leonard's, Woolloomooloo to an extent, Crow's Nest, Wentworth Point, Penrith on the outer ring there, Ermington, really haven't had their volumes affected too much by COVID-19 as yet, which is very encouraging. It's really just the inner ring that has been most affected. And what is interesting this week as well, what we seem to be most affected with is tenants we're about to go and do deals with. They then go and give notice to their agent or their landlord. They're going to go and do a deal with us, and they're going to vacate them to come to us. What we've seen about half a dozen instances just over the last 7 days is those landlords then go and do a deal with those particular tenants. And what they're doing is then basically giving them offers that they can't refuse. So really heavily discounting those rents with those tenants to keep them in place. Now, what's interesting in the bulk of the deals that we're doing at the moment, they are relatively discounted already. We're seeing the properties that are moving and that do have a lot of inquiry for them are discounted or aligned to the market anywhere between 15 and 30% less than where they were previously leased at. So we're seeing that seemed to be where we're starting to transact. Tenants are now really wanting to do deals on these ones, obviously, because they're cheaper. And to be competitive, you pretty much need to be discounting somewhere around that space to get your property moving along the line. So if you've got any questions about your property or would like to go and reach out to me directly, I'm absolutely here and happy to help. You can get to me with my numbers here in this email. Thanks so much.